to Real People, Real Life.
Let's introduce the people first.
All right.
And you are?
I'm Cindy Meyer. My dog is behind me, and that is Hamilton.
Hamilton. He heard his name.
And he's a service dog.
And I'm Momo Beauchamp, and this is Wyatt. And he's not a service animal, but he is out of it. He's got a little leg problem going on.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
And I'm Terry Clavel, and this is my furry child, Gigi.
Hi, Gigi. Hi, Terry.
Hi.
So you guys have an interesting life and some things in common. And you guys are all best friends. How did you guys all meet? Was it because you guys were runners? Are you still runners? Do you still compete?
Oh, I'm kicking ass.
Oh, you look like
I'm kicking ass. So how we begin? So I was training for Ironman Canada in 2005, and one of the bike rides up, the group was meeting. I was fundraising for Challenge Athlete Foundation, and so we were meeting up in Solana Beach, Encinitas, and then Cindy happened to be in the same spot, meeting some other people for a bike ride, not connected with this group. And her people didn't show, whom she did not know. And so we just started talking. She asked, could she join us? Sure, come on up. And so we've been friends since then.
And that was for an Ironman?
I was training for Ironman Canada.
Oh, so just to train that day.
I had no idea I was going to be.
No.
Right, but we then...
Were you a smoker at the time? Because
No,
you
I was not smoking
at the time.
Yeah.
talking cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. No, not left-handed cigarettes.
Yeah.
Just right-handed cigarettes.
So that's how Cindy and I met. And then the following year, Cindy convinced me to do Ironman 06 with her. And I was like, oh, hell no. But I said, okay. Anyway, we were doing a swim out at Jolla Shores, a training. And Mo was with Team in Training. She was with that group. And they just happened, because everybody's kind of connected. And that's how we met Mo, because she joined our group or we joined your group, however that played out. And we've all been friends since then, great friends. It just developed in a sisterhood. It's pretty awesome.
And to interject, I just want to mention that when we met up, she was a little standoffish because she didn't understand why I was being so nice to her. She thought I was coming on to her, I think.
Well, hey.
Right?
It was just different. I've never had people be so friendly and so helpful. It's like, very different.
And that's our story.
And you showed up. You were the third person to show up.
I was the third
She
person.
is our personality.
You do have a great, bright personality.
Thank you.
So you got the microphone. Let's talk to you for a minute. So you spent your entire career in the military.
Yes, I was active duty for 6 years and then spent the rest of my whole career for 48 years working for the military, for the Navy.
That's and you got in to boot camp at the tail end of the Vietnam War.
Yeah, I did.
Did you end up going there?
No. I was a corpsman, but I never went to Vietnam. But I did see a lot of the damage that was done with our troops that came home. A lot of my friends went over to Vietnam, and some of them didn't come back. And so it was very difficult. And it was so different being in the Navy or in the military during the Vietnam War than it is today. Just very different.
Yeah, the military in general has changed dramatically from back then to now, the way people view the soldiers. After you got out, you went and got your degree in counseling and marriage and family therapy, correct?
Yeah, I did. I am licensed in the state of California. So I went and got my bachelor's, then I got my master's. And how I did it was all on a whim. Somebody said, why don't you just go get your counseling lesson or, your counseling degree and then your license? And I said, okay, I'll do that.
Yep.
Not knowing what I was getting myself into.
Well, and what I found interesting is instead of going into private practice or, chasing the dollars, suppose, with such a great degree, you went back to the military and served as a civilian contractor, another 18 years or 12?
So 38 years as a civil service and then another 10 years as a contractor. So 48 altogether, and that's including my 6 years of active duty time.
And taking and acting as a counselor for these military folks who potentially have seen action and PTSD and all of these things that you see them coming home with.
Yeah, I actually held many different jobs in the military, meaning as a civilian, and doing therapy was just a very small part of it, but it was really about psychological health and teaching people how to do self-care, which a lot of people don't know how to do self-care.
No, and I mean, from what I hear, and hopefully it's gotten better, but there seems to be lacking that help for our military that returns home, and you see high levels of depression, high levels of PTSD. They just can't reacclimate. Hopefully, we'll see some changes in that. I don't know. A lot of suicide. You see that in law enforcement too, as well. I mean, these people see they see the dark side of humanity, and while we sleep home in our beds, it's a real sacrifice. And I don't think too many people take the time to actually think about that, what these people are doing out there.
I think that in the military that there are a lot of services available for the service member.
Okay.
And a lot of times what happens is they just can't get the help that they need. One is because they don't want to get the help because it may be too hard, because maybe they are dealing with depression. So, as we all know, being depressed, it's a lot of energy. I mean, even to get out of bed and brush your teeth. So I think that there's just a lot of factors that people don't really think about when service members, families, whoever it is, veterans are trying to get the help they need. I think the programs now, oh my gosh, I think there's so many wonderful programs.
That's really good to hear.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of success stories with the programs that are out there. And I used to do a cooking class for our wounded warriors, and they loved it. And yeah.
Cooking is such a great therapy. I love cooking. Me and my wife love to cook, so it's one of our joys in life to just experiment and do things. But we all have to eat, and so it amazes me how many people don't know how to cook. I don't know how to cook. It's like, man, you're missing out on. I mean, what do you go to McDonald's every day? I don't know. So the whole athletic thing. Let's jump over to Terry. Let's do Terry. And I believe, Terry, that you were a bodybuilder, right?
Back in the day.
Back in the day. So that's the other thing. I'm like, okay, I got 3 athletes here. I better behave myself. So, yeah. So I grew up in the '80s, and in the '70s, with Mr. Universe, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we would get the magazines, and very few women were in it at that time. When we would go to the shows, and it'd be all these built-up, muscular men. Then the women started getting into it. And is that what you did, where you would get out there and you'd flex? And how did you do in that? Did you ever compete?
I did.
And?
I did. I was Miss San Diego, not for beauty. For sure. 1982, I won Miss San Diego bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And then I won in North County, where I'm from, Sonoma County. I got Miss Sonoma County that same year, and then the following year I won something. And I actually started doing powerlifting because back in the day, women's bodybuilding did not exist, but powerlifting did.
Okay. And that's where they just lift the bar up over their head,
That's the snatch
right?
thing. That's Olympic lifting. Powerlifting is squat, bench, and deadlift. So those are the 3 lifts for Olympic powerlifting. I mean, that's powerlifting. Olympic is snatch and clean and jerk.
Okay.
I did powerlifting. And how I knew about that, I was a PE major, and we were in the gym. One of the courses was weightlifting, and I fell in love with it. And so then I realized, in San Diego, there's not very many powerlifting meets. And I got to do a men's meet in the old MCRD. I guess it's still there, huh? So that's where women could do it with the men. And I qualified for the national powerlifting in 1983. Yeah, I went back to Chicago because I qualified for it. And then women's bodybuilding come in. So I thought, oh, that'd be great, powerlifting, bodybuilding. But I'm not genetically gifted with a symmetrical body. I had to work really, really hard. So anyway, so that led to that and a lot of
That's
other.
exciting. Can we find pictures of it online?
I don't. It was way back in the day. I don't think it would be online.
Let's see if we. Well, we're going to ask for some media that we can put up on the
Okay.
the video.
Yeah,
So you were in the education world
Yes.
As a physical education instructor, teacher.
I started at physically handicapped
Okay.
because when I got my degree, my teaching degree in PE, 1976 was my degree.
What were you, like 8 years old?
Yeah. No, this is younger, but and they changed the law in California from 4 years of high school PE to 2 years. So I knew I wasn't going to get hired, so I didn't pursue the credentialing. And then 94-142, the SPED Ed law went through, special education went through, requiring that they have special ed for all students. So that's why I got my physically handicapped and severely handicapped credentials, because I knew they were hiring. So in 1979, that's how I got my foot in the door at San Diego City School, teaching physically handicapped. And I had 3 and 5-year-olds.
And what does that entail? Is that what does that look like as far as what was your responsibilities to
Teaching
these kids?
the physically handicapped? Well, I had the 3 and 5-year-olds, so there was a lot of mobility, physical agility, again, appropriate for 3 and 5-year-olds. And they varied from being like a quadriplegic to maybe a cerebral palsy, maybe what we call a hemiplegic. Did I say that right? Hemiplegic. Yeah. So anyway, so they might be mildly involved or really physically involved, but also intellectually, language, feeding. So we work on basic skills like bathrooming, feeding, gross motor activities, fine motor activities. Did those kind of things with the 3 and 5-year-olds, basically.
So I want to get your opinion on something. They're saying 40 to 50% of adolescents and children are in the overweight and or obese category now. It could be a bunch of factors. One of the things when we grow up is, once we ate breakfast, especially in summer, you were outside,
Right.
just outside on your bikes all day long. We couldn't gain weight. We wanted to be outside. I don't know that. I mean, we would eat at fast food restaurants. We'd eat ice cream every week. My parents, my mom specifically, would cook home meals every day. But what do you think some of the major factors are in this It's like an epidemic. It's almost scary when you drive by like a school. You look and you're like, man.
Yeah, that's complex too, because there's so many aspects to it. So you had the TV, that was the beginning, right? So you had that. That was, and then you have nowadays is social media, you have all these devices, and in society you have all these issues, with grabbing kids and all these other things that are going on. Did that happen back then? Who knows? There wasn't the media attention that there. So much social media where it brought that much attention. Yeah,
we get information from around the world instantly now versus you got your newspaper. We talked about this. It's like our only source of news was the newspaper in the morning, the 5 o'clock local news, and then there was the national world news for a half an hour at night, Yeah. So, that was all you would get.
Right.
And so, now it's everything immediately, and then you have to ask, is it true? That's the other thing, because everybody has access to put their opinions out there. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so out of the 3, who's the leader?
It depends what it is. Well, I'd say leader. I mean, we all have strengths. Yeah.
Okay,
and so we complement each other.
When it comes to running, when it comes to these triathlons.
Oh, try?
So
running?
The triathlons and these Ironman, because how many, let's hand it over to you, the mic. This is fun. We're doing mic. We're sharing the mic. We're the talking stick.
Okay.
So, Cindy, between the 3 of you, how many Ironmans have you guys done?
All of us?
Yeah.
9. Oh, she's done 5.
11.
I did 3,
11.
and you did
16, 17, 18, 19.
No.
5 and 3 is 8, and
No.
3 is 11.
Oh, gotcha.
Total.
Total 11. So who's the motivator when it comes to training for these? Because this is something that takes a significant amount of discipline and training.
I think I would lean towards Terry because she's had the training with her bodybuilding. So when she makes her mind up, we basically follow suit. But Momo is our cheerleader.
I can see that.
She motivates us. So yeah.
So you complement each other very
Yes,
well.
Yeah.
And these achievements, a friend of ours is Paul Knabe. He's
right.
been on the podcast before. He's going to be on this Tuesday. He speaks so highly of you guys. You got to meet these ladies. They got to meet. They're incredible. Just listening to Paul and what he has gone through from being, a little bit heavy and not taking care of himself.
Yeah, he said he was overweight. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we go into that. And we even show some before and after pictures on the podcast on Tuesday. So everyone tune in on that. But the amount of discipline required. Now, Paul just finished his first Ironman brand, which was there's different levels he was explaining. Explain to the audience what the full Ironman is all about.
Okay. So it's 3 things. It's swim, bike, and run in that order because by the time you get to the end, you don't want to swim and drown.
Mm-hmm.
But swimming is 2.2, correct? 2.4. The bike is 112, and it's a marathon run, so 26.2, right? Yeah. So it's a total of
140. Total.
Yeah.
I just can't even imagine. I did 10Ks, and that was hard enough for me when I was in high school. The bike is last or middle?
No, middle.
So you get off this bike after 100 and something miles,
Yep,
and then you got to go run a marathon.
correct.
I mean, what's your brain telling you and your body at that
Why
point?
am I doing this?
Am I stupid?
Yeah. Am I going to make it? I came in like 3 minutes before cutoff time. Which one was that? That was the one in Canada? Was it Canada? Yeah.
Or was it mine?
No, it was Canada.
I think it
Yeah.
was Canada.
Just barely made it.
Barely made it.
Barely made it. And that's all I care about. I just want to finish. I don't care if I'm first, whatever. I just don't want to be disqualified.
So what I think is kind of crazy is that I talk to people like this, and they're like, "Why am I doing?" This is especially the first one. They just want to finish, and then they're done. Their body is maxed out, and then the next day they're on the computer or in the magazines looking for the next race. What is that?
Addiction.
It is?
Yes.
Those chemicals in the brain are
Yes,
firing,
yes.
the dopamine and all of
Yes.
those things going
Yeah.
off. Yeah, they call it the runner's high
Exactly.
or whatever, but
We've experienced that. Yep.
what a great motivator. But I do find that interesting. So when Paul was on, he just finished running a marathon, and then 3 weeks later he did that Ironman. And
It has to do with the training, though, beforehand. If you don't have the training beforehand, you will suffer the next day. You will not be able to walk. And it was really weird after we were done with our races. We're looking at people that are walking, that can hardly walk. And we're walking like, yes, no problem.
I found interesting about the Ironman or these triathlon events is they're 3 separate sports that require very specific training for each of them. One of the things Paul was talking about is he actually was never thought about triathlons until he broke his foot.
Yep.
Broke his foot. It seems to be common in this in this world. And the doctor said, "Hey, excuse me, you're not going to be able to run for whatever, 12 weeks or long as it was." And so he decided, well, I'm going to go swim just to keep my cardio going.
Yep.
And he realized the very first time he went swimming that, oh my gosh, I am not in swimming shape. He was it's a completely different training regimen. How do you guys balance that? And how do you get the swimming in, the running in, the biking in? I mean, that's a huge time commitment.
Oh, it is. And my husband suffered for that. But we had a swim coach We had a bike coach. We had a run coach. We had Leslie. She's a phenomenal athlete. Very famous. She just did, what's that movie?
All Quiet on the Western
All
Front.
Quiet on the Western Front. She was the director on that. And then we have Steve, who does our bike. He does spin. He gives it freely. He doesn't charge us for it. Then we have a swim coach, and he's taught my son when he was younger, and we've been doing the master swim there for years.
Really?
We haven't been doing it lately, but yeah.
And that's at like the
That's at the, it was at the Cajon. Cajon
in just swimming pool.
in the swimming
But then you
pool.
guys would go train in the ocean too,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Well, we were also training for the
Channel to channel.
the channel swim to Catalina.
Yes. Okay. Let's talk about that. Who did you guys actually do that?
Terry and I did a relay
Okay.
of 6 girls, correct? I meant 6 people. Yeah, 6 people. So we did a relay, and you start at midnight, and you cannot wear a wetsuit, otherwise it will not go down in the books. So we start at midnight, and the water's completely black, and you go for an hour. Was it an hour? Everybody did an hour until you got to. You start from, where's that?
San Pedro Island.
San Pedro Island, and then you swim to
That was the direction.
Catalina. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. And how many miles is that?
24, 26, something like that.
24.
Something like that.
So 10 times what you would do in a
Correct.
Ironman,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And you do a 1 hour leg, or how many legs are each person in the relay have to do?
I did 3, but it depends on how fast the
That's-
next person is.
Mm.
You know,
And then where do you go when you just keep?
you're on a boat.
Oh,
The
there's a boat.
There's a boat watching you the whole way, and then you have a kayak, you know, on the side of you, and you can't touch it.
Can't touch the kayak,
No.
or it's just
Yeah,
closed.
right.
Our great segment.
And did you make it?
Yeah, we made the relay. I did try to do it solo, but the current was really bad.
No.
I went 5 miles. They said it would have taken me 35 hours to get to the other side with all the
The current and
current.
everything.
Yeah, so
Not,
was
we're not
sad, yeah.
afraid of sea creatures.
got jellyfished.
Oh,
Yeah.
Without a wetsuit on, so you got
Yep.
stung up.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, Momo, let's get back to you. So, are you ever sad?
You know what's funny? Not really.
Just always bubble personality.
I just like whatever. Just enjoying. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So, you did 3 triathlons.
Uh-huh.
Were they the full Ironmans
Yeah.
as well? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. And you probably just finished and signed up for the next one, right? Oh, this was so much fun. I had so much fun. Or was your brain going, why did I sign up for this?
Okay, so my last my last long distance triathlon, full Ironman, was Ironman Utah, which was
We're just going to call it the Iron Woman
okay
going
all right.
forward, because
We like that.
these are
Yeah.
the Iron Women right here.
So it was in St. George, Utah, and I had
First time.
first time there. It was inaugural, and the water was so cold.
I was going to say, that's
50 some odd degrees, and we were allowed to wear booties and neoprene hoodies, which you're not allowed to wear in Ironman unless the water temperature drops below a certain level. Okay, so they let us do that. So many people on the shore before they got in the water DNF, did not finish. They automatically said, I'm not getting in the water. So they didn't get in the water.
They didn't even start the race then,
They
because
didn't
the
even start
swim
the
is
race.
first.
Yeah, so I'm in the water and I get hypothermia in the water, and I got really sick in the water, like, whoa. So I go to the one of the guys who was on his surfboard, and I said, "Don't touch me. I don't want to get disqualified. All I want to do is just hang here for a minute because I'm not feeling well." So I get in. He watches me. He goes alongside of me. I get into the end of the swim, and they get me out of the water, and I bit my tongue because I couldn't feel anything. And I bit my tongue and had this big gash in my tongue. They stuck a sock in my mouth.
First time that will ever.
That was just so
Wow.
appropriate for me. And it was
Are
like,
you sure they did that because you had a
yeah.
cut on your toe?
Oh my God, blood everywhere.
No,
and I
no.
go into the dressing tent, right? And the ladies were helping me, and I'm trying to talk to them with this sock in my mouth. It did not look great. But anyway, I got on the bike, and for the first 30 miles, I just threw up.
You literally finished with, you've got a sock in your mouth, you got hypothermia, and you still had the mentality to keep going.
Absolutely. And it was
Some part of your brain must have been saying,
oh,
no,
stupid.
yeah, no, well, or must have been saying, no, I can quit. I'm bleeding. I can't talk. I can justify quit. Because you get that little voice, when things get difficult.
Yeah, but then I think about that, and I go, and I will not have bragging rights for the rest of my life. So I'm getting my ass on my bike,
There
and I'm
you go.
going to do this. So it was a grueling race. In fact, they stopped it. They didn't do it, right?
Yeah, you told us that after that race, they did not have one the next year because
It was so hard. It wasn't just me. It was like everybody was saying, oh my God, this is really hard. The run was hard. I hooked up with this guy, gentleman, had a phone, believe it or not. He was calling his wife, hey, what's our time? The guy didn't even train. He was an older guy in my age group. He was a wonderful man. He held my hand the entire way, and we ran. We ran the full 26. It's like he pulled me up the hill, pulled me down the hill, pulled me up the
Yeah, I
hill.
was going to say, St. George is mountainy,
Hilly,
right?
Yeah. So I finished 3 minutes to spare.
Really? From the cutoff.
16 out. What was it?
16 hours is the cutoff.
Yeah.
And there's a cutoff for each
Swim, bike, and run. Yeah.
You don't make this time.
So you think you're out.
Yeah.
You can't do the next leg.
Yeah. But I made it. I was so excited. I didn't care if I made it, and I took the whole time. But 3 minutes I had.
Wow. 16 hours of putting your body through hell.
She's being very modest.
Hand over it. Let's pass the talking stick.
Mo's being very modest because that was one of the most difficult Ironmans around. And I think the percentage of DNF at Ironman generally is about 10%-ish. And I think it was, 2030 or something? It was huge. And then I think you also played in your age group on that one because she was one of the few people that actually
finished.
Finished, right.
Wow.
So, and she's a kick-ass, cyclist and runner, and Sin's our swimmer. And I'm the caboose, but these ladies are super strong on the event.
Let me talk about Terry.
No.
So the last Ironman that Terry did was Ironman Madison, Wisconsin. No, she is so even, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's so lovely to watch her because I get a little tip from her. It's like, don't go all out in the first hour. She just kind of goes along. She just does it. And it's so lovely to see because she gives me good tips, But me, I'm like,
You got all your adrenaline going.
oh my God, it's really bad. Like I'm gonna hunt you down.
Well, there's a skill to that. It's in golf, these guys will study the course, and they'll understand how it plays in this, and they it's not just hitting the ball. It's not just getting out there swimming, running. You have to pace yourself. You have to know how you feel, what your body's telling you, I guess. And it's, 16 hours. So here's the big question. Who's got the best Iron Woman time? You do?
I don't know. Maybe.
What are you guys' best times?
Well, it depends on the race.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing about it, right? Because it's not on a track.
It depends on the race, the terrain, the weather, all of that. All of that comes into play. So, so that would be hard for me to give you my best time.
Have you guys all ran an Ironman, Iron Woman? We're trying to call it the same race.
We did not do St. George. You did that. In fact, your first two were. Did we ever do an Ironman?
Coeur d'Alene. I don't think we've ever done an Ironman
All three of us.
Yeah, together.
We have.
They have, but I haven't. So I've done an Ironman Coeur d'Alene twice, and my first time I did that was 14 hours and 28 minutes. I felt I did pretty good on that one. However, I think what really is important is about our ages, because I started doing really long distance racing when I was 50, maybe 50. How old were you guys?
My first Ironman was
50. So
50 years old.
my last one.
So no such thing as over the hill for you guys at 50. It's
But
it's
I
up the hill.
it's up the hill. But I think it's, for me, I think it was camaraderie that really motivated me because we knew exactly what we needed to do to get to that finish line. Like we would call each other, okay, meet here at a certain time. We're going to go out. I mean, we would go out and train 6, 7, 8 hours on weekends.
You'd have to.
Yeah, we have to. And these guys are fabulous in the water. Don't let them kid you. This one right
It's
here.
the shortest.
I know, that's a bummer.
It's the shortest.
But I have a water anxiety that's very bad. I mean, it's to the point where I just like, but I have to calm myself. But if I'm behind these guys, I feel like I'm safe. So I hurry my
Because
vital
the
on.
shark will get us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Cindy, yeah, exactly. How do you? I'm gonna run faster so the bear gets you.
Go ahead, Sid.
So when I was reading your bio, what I thought was really cool and really interesting fact, because I was told to talk with you guys specifically about this training and all these Ironman races you guys have done and the bodybuilding, all these amazing things. But it turns out you were a smoker for a long period of your. I mean, when did you start smoking?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm so old right now, I can't even remember. But
Back when they handed them out, the PE coach would hand them out and say, "These are good for your lungs."
I mean,
That's my grandmother told us that story. Your first cigarette she got was in PE class.
Wow.
They said it was good for the doctors at the time would say that it's good for your lungs.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So what she said that's how 7 out of 10 doctors choose this brand of cigarettes. It's
wow,
like the
that's
crazy.
weird.
So you smoked, and then you started going to swim with your son, right?
Yeah.
And you were still smoking at the time,
Yeah.
and you were starting to swim.
I started to swim, and the swim coach is the same swim coach I have today. He's my master swim coach. Kevin, yeah.
Hey, Kevin.
He's great. He's great.
Very bohemian, wonderful guy. And then he started having the kids do triathlons, so that's kind of where I got the little bug right there. But yeah, I kept saying, why am I swimming and smoking? Does this make sense? No. So I finally quit. And I used to quit a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people.
It was a cycle. My husband asked me, "Are you smoking?" I'll go, "No," which I wasn't because I wasn't smoking at the moment he asked me.
Did he smoke?
No.
No. He
So
wouldn't.
I did not lie to him.
I did. I quit 5 minutes ago, and I'm going to start back up in 30 minutes.
I believe that.
Oh yeah. I didn't lie to him.
We are not.
I was not smoking at the time he asked me.
Hey, I quit drinking last night. So that's I've heard I've never smoked. I don't smoke, but I've heard it's one of the hardest things.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
And there's a physical addiction.
Yeah.
There's chemical addiction, all sorts of things, psychological. Again, speaking to you guys of your willpower, you made up your mind. You did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
And
No, it just didn't make sense.
It didn't. No, it doesn't. There's a famous podcaster out there. I won't mention his name, but he was like, "Yeah, I take such good care of my body, and I'm always working out." He says, and then I'll just, on the weekends I'll drink with my buddies. He doesn't drink a lot, but then I feel sick for, it's like, why am I doing this when I'm working out, and then, and I'm getting too old for this nonsense type thing. And so he's like, I've decided to quit. It's not going to do. It was fun while it lasted. So what I think is really neat is seeing the friendship. You guys, you can just see you guys get along well. You complement each other, different personalities. I won't go. Well, you explain her. How do you explain Cindy's personality? We'll have each of you explain.
Pitbull.
Yeah, I can see you don't want to cross her. I get that feeling.
In a loving way.
Yes, but you're not going to take advantage of Cindy.
No.
No, you're not going to.
Never. Go ahead.
All right, Cindy, your turn. Let's talk about Momo here. She is. How do we describe your good friend Momo?
We describe ourselves as dogs.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm the pit bull. This is the Jack-Russell. And she used to be the Labrador, and we said, no, you're a poodle. She's definitely a poodle.
Yeah, elegant, sophisticated. You're all over the place. You're like that squirrel. And you're on guard. You're on guard. You're on guard.
Yeah.
I remembered something about your bio I wanted to ask you about because it's just something that's been gone, but CB radios.
Oh, yes.
So we had them when we were kids. We had the handheld, and of course, all the dads had them in their trucks. You were Dr. Pepper.
I was.
I was Night Ranger.
Oh.
And I didn't even know the group. I just liked this. Night Ranger, that was mine.
I like that.
Yeah, but how did you come up with Dr. Pepper?
I was going out with Dr. Death. Yeah, that is another story. He was supposedly a stunt man. Mm-hmm. Never could prove that he was. He would always come home with Band-Aids on him. And I said, well, he's Dr. Pepper, he's Dr. Death, I'll be Dr. Pepper. That's the reason.
But you met your husband, though, on the CB radio.
Yes.
And let me see if I remember. I forgot his handle.
Oh, he was Watchtower.
Watchtower. That's a good one, too.
Yeah, it wasn't, it was a group. I think it was a group, yeah.
Anybody out there, this is Watchtower. Is that Dr. Pepper out there, the one that looks like Little Orphan Annie?
That's me, yeah.
That's funny. I didn't even know that. Did you?
Yeah, when he met you, you reminded him of Little Orphan Annie.
Yeah, because my hair was like big.
Oh, yeah.
It was like an afro. And then I have black eyes, and that's what he said. I look like Little Orphan Annie.
But you spent years getting to know each other. You took it real slow, didn't you, before you married this guy?
No.
8 months?
8 months.
8 months. Hey, listen, you guys were married for 48 years. Yeah. Blissful years the whole time. Before the podcast, we said, love them every day. Sometimes we don't like you, though.
Yeah.
That's just the way life is. But,
right.
That's fantastic. That doesn't happen much anymore. So congratulations on that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Fortunately, we lost him last year, man. But you got your friends supporting you. You got your dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And your
sons.
sons.
My sons have been wonderful.
And your grandson.
And my grandson, yeah.
And your sons one's in law enforcement.
Yes.
And the other is a first responder, correct?
Or the water emergencies, like if the fire hydrant gets knocked over by a drunk driver or whatever, he has a crew go out and take care of it.
And you guys all tight and proud of them?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Gosh.
That's fantastic. You did something right. You were a good pit bull mom.
They were scared of me when they were
young. Don't cross mom and dad.
Yeah. No, dad was easy.
It takes strong parents to raise good adults.
Yeah, you never know though.
With my son, people go, "Oh, he's such a great son. He's well behaved." What was the secret? I'm like, I was consistent. That's about all. But really, I don't know. I can't write a book about it. And I only, I have a son with my first practice wife.
First practice.
Yeah.
I've never heard.
Marcella, she's the real life.
Well, I had to practice first for a couple.
You got to her.
Couple years before I actually had to learn how to be a good husband.
Oh.
So
good job.
Well, I learned, and there was divorce and all these things, but I had one son. I don't know what I did right, but just being consistent. It's difficult, especially today. I'm glad. I'm like, you guys have the grandkids now. I don't know what we didn't have all the social. He didn't have the social media and all that nonsense, and where they're being bombarded. And that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
On what that's going to look like in another 10 years. But well, guys, this has been fun. And you guys are I'm going to come out and hang out here all the time.
Oh, good. You're welcome.
We're fun.
I'll be the third son. We'll all just hang out. And your yard is absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully we can catch some of this on there. And it's beautiful. And you guys are sweet.
Thank you.
And very inspirational.
Thank
See, everybody out there, when you turn 50, that's just the beginning. And you can quit smoking too. It's a decision. These things in life require hard work, failure, Get back up. Okay, can't be scared to fail. And you got to be able to have a louder voice than that lazy voice in the head, because it's always there. It creeps up. Oh, it's raining today. Don't have to go train, or it's a little cold. Oh, the water. Whatever.
That's the easy way out.
And what separates the successful people from those that just meander through life and never goes controlling that voice, that negative voice, and say, no, I'm going to do it. Setting goals, sticking to them. You guys have done a fantastic job. Maybe I'll go. And after doing Paul's interview and yours, Paul keeps going, got to put in the miles, Ryan. And I'm like, I used to run, but.
I think one of the things, actually, with everything that we do is it's like we have a set of values that we live by. And I think as friends, that comes out as we care about each other, we respect each other, and we make decisions about our health and well-being. And if one person is down, we're there to shore up the other person. So I think that in a lot of ways that's really it. And one last thing I want to say is that we had an epic ride from San Francisco to San Diego on our bikes, which was epic.
You rode bicycles from
Yes.
San Francisco to San Diego.
Yes, and that
400 miles.
600. 638.
630.
But that was probably one of my greatest memories with.
Did you guys go up on the one along the coast? Oh,
Yeah,
what a
we
beautiful ride!
Raised money, $10,000. $10,000, yeah.
And how many legs was it? You'd
7
go
days.
7 days.
So you almost 100 miles a day.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, do it again. And then the next day, do it again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the next day, do it again.
Yeah. It was wonderful.
That was a beautiful.
Yeah, going from San Francisco, that's all mountains and hills, all through Santa Cruz and through Monterey. Gorgeous, but on a bike, that's tough.
It's tough. It was tough.
And you guys did it togetger?
Yeah.
We also did the Tough Mudder together.
Oh God.
Oh.
Here, take this.
That was my 59th birthday.
That was funny.
And I
Do you know what a Tough Mudder is?
That's the one at Pendleton, right? Is that at
No,
Camp
that's-
Pendleton?
That's the
The
mud,
mud
run.
run.
And
Well,
I've done, yeah.
The Tough Mudder is an obstacle course, and I can't remember the distance, but it was the most fun I've ever had in a race.
Really?
You go underwater in tunnels. You go into a freezing cold pool. You go, what else?
You jump
The
off of a
electricity. You have to go through
platform, 15
electricity.
feet. Yeah.
Oh,
How is this a military event? This is just something that's.
have you heard of Spartan race?
I have.
It's kind of the same thing.
Our grandkid just did the Spartan race
Oh.
up in Big Bear.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the same thing.
For the kids.
Oh,
Him
okay.
and his dad. Him and his dad just did the 8-year-old and what level, and then I think he did the actual adult one. So he ran the one with his little. I don't know if he actually ran side by side with him. I'll have to ask him, but yeah, they just did that like 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Spartan race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of all the races I've done, that was the most fun I've ever had.
Well, I walked a mile in 1.4 miles the other day. I seriously, I did. It's right on my watch. You can check it out. All right, we'll finish with you. You are here. Let's see. We got your personality. Well, we got the dog personality. You know what do you think overall about the friendship and what it means to you in your life and where you're at now?
Oh. Well, it's my chosen family. So these are my chosen sisters. Yeah, it's been, gosh, I don't even know where to begin with that.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's just this friendship we have, this bond, the support system we're talking about. So whatever we're going through, good and bad, we're there for each other. Huh? Teach me how to hug. Hug. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I was raised by a very waspy family. Waspy? Wasp. You know the wasps. They're no hug, no affection. You don't show that or demonstrate that. PDAs, yeah. So but they've been very good. Yeah, and then we just have complimented each other, and like I said, we have strengths, and we just help each other in that. And Yeah, and again, we were talking about the training, like when it's cold, and one is being determined, but also there's days where you don't feel like getting out of bed, and this is where we hold each other accountable, and, okay, you can get through this. There was times where Cindy was just dragging her you-know-what, and we'd say, okay, we'd come back and work together, and there's been times with me, and then with Mo, the same thing. She had heart surgery.
Oh.
That was the only time ever in my entire life I passed her on the bike going ever, because she was right before her heart surgery. She didn't
Before
know.
the heart surgery.
Yeah.
Why not?
And it's like, I passed Mo. I was all proud of myself.
I love
And
the
here
competition.
She had heart surgery a week or two later, and that's the last time I ever passed her. But yeah, so I guess that would be describe it. Yeah, always. Yeah, whatever we need.
One of the things I always think in life, actually, and you mentioned this, Mo, before, is, as you go through life, your circle of friends tend to get smaller and smaller, especially when you have goals and achieve them. But to get to your post 50s, later in life, to have a group of friends to finish the race with is just it's an achievement in itself. It requires you to put yourself out there, requires you to listen, to be honest with each other, ups and downs. It's it's like any relationship, a marriage, anything. It's every day's not great, but to have those people you can count on, I'm glad to see it, and I can see it in you guys. It's awesome. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Great.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Real People, Real Life. Our passion is to have real conversations with real people who've made it. Real people who've made it, who did it on their own terms. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, catch us on Twitter or X at RPRL Podcast and on YouTube at Real People, Real Life Podcast.